Welcome everyone, Aizwa here. I apologize for the fewer uploads lately. It has been a really dry couple of months since MK11 came out, but this one might shake things up a bit, as I am introducing you all to an entirely new video series. Now, I made tech videos about Mortal Kombat before, and they were really appreciated by some, so I decided to get this kind of content to kind of another level. So the concept is, we are going to take a look at the best characters of certain games and discuss what makes them tick. There will be Mortal Kombat for sure, but I am kinda itching to run you through some games that you may have played before or may have not. Some that got forgotten through the years and some that aren't even fighting games. As always, these are not character breakdowns, so if you are interested in that stuff you can tell me in the comments anytime, but I want to keep these episodes a bit shorter, more like a quick look at the toolkit and get to the point, you see. For me it kinda makes sense to start the series with Mortal Kombat 11, as who else would be the first character to speak about if not my main for a long time now. So let's get right into it and see what makes Fujin one of the best. So the time is May of 2020, and Aftermath just got released with 3 additional fighters, Fujin being one of them. As always, content creators started making new tier lists featuring the new characters, and Fujin, being as anti-meta as he is, sat comfortably at the mid-tier with the sentence told by many, "Time will tell." Well, yes, time told. And a year later he is considered to be one of the best fighters in the entire game, top 1 in my opinion, and I am not alone with that one. Compared to the drastic change in tier list placements, he actually did not change much, only a couple of balance changes that did not hurt the character in his game plan. But if you're talking about the weird stuff, Fujin actually had multiple influences that were super busted. Other than that, he's just anti-meta as I said before, and his tools are a lot different compared to any other character really. You see, the keyword here is space control. Fujin has the longest reaching normals in the game, normals that everyone thought are special moves when they first appeared in trailers. Now that means Fujin doesn't even need to be close to pressure you outside of sweep distance, a dash away from being full screen, it doesn't matter. For example, he can hit you with his back too, which is also but cancelable mid, or he can go for certain specials to fight you at ranges, crossbow blast, wind push, you name it really. Now that already makes Fujin a powerful zoner, but the interesting part is he also has the ability to close the gap almost instantly if he wants to do so, and not with some lame teleport or something. His forward 3 might be familiar to those who played MKX, a low slide similar to what Triborg had in that game, but with an important difference. You see, this one can be cancelled. Or he also has a move called Skywalker. He literally runs mid-air, having multiple options, cancels, amplifies. Fujin is a character that just has a million options anywhere on the screen. This will give the Fujin player a unique kind of aggression, one that forces his opponents to adapt to his game plan, a very common element in past Mortal Kombat titles like MK9 for example. Having full control over an entire arena also gives the feeling he's in control over all the events happening in the match, while the opponent is just choking really. Fujin players also can be real sneaky at mid-range with some back 2 cancels, or just run up and get you in an instant strike throw mix-up, or wait at your reaction, micro duck, flawless block, the mind games and the reads come in. Lap-type players for MK9 might find this one fascinating. On the other hand, slipping out of his offense is not easy, but there's a huge difference between a simple Fujin player and a character specialist. That is because Fujin is a hard character to play, arguably the hardest in the game. People that pick him up and don't spend their time experimenting, training, finding their own playstyle, they just go by community standards. They don't know the art of keeping themselves safe, barely safe, or go for the gimmicks and come out profitable. The character rewards clean and peaceful thinking, careful and efficient execution, makes him one of the best picks for experienced players. Meeting a good Fujin player always leads to mind games, as they test your abilities at the start of a match thinking, yes, you definitely know about the flawless block gap in the needle, but there's one in my 4-2-3. Do you know about that one? And if you don't, they can rely on plus frames. Then they say, there's also one in my forward 4-3. Do you know about that one? And if you don't, they have a decent overhead that's safe. Otherwise, they can start cancelling, maybe keeping themselves punishable but with a careful distance depending on the matchup they are facing. Or they can start gimmicks, all the trick in the book to keep themselves unsafe with a crossbow blast and go for an extra amplify hoping that you wanna punish early. Get a pressure bomb on the screen or just stagger and go for a crushing blow counter afterwards. Fujin also have safe options to get you in the corner. Some variations like the misunderstood and forgotten Cyclone specifically relied on corner positioning and had all the tools to keep you there from any distance. But In any other variation, Fujin has his back and forward to grab strings, or his 1-1-up 4 crushing blow to switch sides and easily get the advantage. Now we did talk about his options from range, but he does not struggle up close either. To be fair, he does not have any 10 and 11 frame mids for short range, so he relies on his low pokes a bit much, which might hurt the character in certain matchups. Now aside of that, he actually has a 7 frame standing one that's great for punishes, and also creates distance as pretty much all his close range strings reset the neutral, in other words get him in his optimal range. Some strings are great for creating distance on block, like back 1-1-2-1-2, a decent mid string to be cancelled. Others have some sneaky low options like 2-3 to surprise an opponent getting too many overheads as the long range short hops, or forward for 3 maybe. And all this gets us to the conclusion. Wielding the best mobility, range and corner carry in Mortal Kombat 11, Fujin has a slippery, advanced, aggressive offense with a careful, prudent defense that highly reward experienced players. Overall, all that said before, his brand new design and his role in the story made him a top tier character and a true fan favorite in MK11. Thank you so much for watching. Announcement time! Now that we are over the important stuff, I have a huge announcement to make as I started streaming Mortal Kombat and other games on Twitch. If you are interested, I shall leave a link in the description and see you next time around. This was Aizava and goodbye for now.